We're going. This is the backup as well.
Cool. Hi, Dan.
Hey, Ryan.
You have to do an intro.
Welcome to another episode of Tax Deductible Gamer.
Tax Deductible Gamer. And my name is Dan Dennis.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world. This is Dan's world.
Y'all just living in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So
Thank you for doing the
intro
intro this week, Ryan. That's really helpful. Nah, I mean,
am I interrupting your intro? I wouldn't want to interrupt your intro.
Welcome to another episode.
No, go ahead.
No, you're not interrupting it at
No,
all.
excuse me.
Okay,
Excuse
I'll
me.
give it a whirl.
Excuse me.
No, you're a guest. You know, a guest can do no wrong. But yeah, welcome to another episode of Tax Deductible Gamer. I'm your host, Dan Dennis, and this week I'm joined by Ryan Sim. Hello, Ryan.
Hi. Sorry, I'm all hyped up. I've had too much caffeine. I'm sorry. I'm being a naughty boy. And I'm just going to switch to my hotspot because I don't want to. If I do that, it might disconnect. I just got an alert that my Wi-Fi was unstable.
Yeah, we can disconnect.
Let me see first. Let me see if this works.
Okay,
And
yeah.
it just switches over. You better not.
Because you were dropping out a bit.
Oh, I'm on. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Are you
I'm
still there?
still here.
Your image is frozen.
Yeah, we're just frozen, but I think we'll be fine.
Cool.
I can still hear you. We're doing
Yeah.
good.
I can still see you in your
you
sensitive position. Oh, you started moving again.
Yes. All right, we're good.
He's
I reckon
back.
this is good content for the listeners. This is like behind the scenes.
Yeah, this is exactly what they were hoping for after after it being late this week as well. But
Pure professionalism.
2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks
That's
in
right.
a row. 2 weeks in a row. Guess what, guys? It's probably gonna be late next week. Because I'm meant to be doing a show. I'm meant to be doing a show on Thursday, and I have no time between now and then to record another pod. So
We'll just have to
gonna
make
be
this
fun.
one really good, Dan.
yeah, and this will be a really
This is going to
good
be
one.
amazing. This
so
podcast
thank you.
is going to be amazing.
You know what? I have a good feeling about this one. I feel like this is gonna be the best
yeah,
app
I'm going
ever.
to be eating donuts into a microphone.
He's
Your
doing.
listeners are really going to love it.
That's good.
Oh, this is a good donut.
Everyone says Dan. Everyone says Dan. Not enough donuts on the pod. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
People really like it when podcast hosts eat on the mic. I've noticed. People love
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But how do they feel about when podcast guests eat on the mic? Do you know?
Well, I mean, I hate to break this to you, but I'm taking over. This is a coup. I'm Dan Dennis now. It's not just like I'm taking over the podcast. I am Dan Dennis.
Dan Dennis. Just Spartacus style.
Exactly. Yeah. I am Negan.
Do you say I'm
I am
Negan?
I've been watching Walking Dead.
Does that I have most of the comics up on my shelf. I do not remember that part happening in the comic books of them just being like, I am Negan.
Negan is like,
Or-
he's like the. Okay, so this is okay for your listeners. I'm in Sydney. I moved to Sydney.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was in Brisbane. We had this plan to move to Sydney. Sydney went into lockdown. Our lease was up, so we moved to Sydney. Because like I was doing open mics. I've been doing comedy in
Very
Brisbane
cool.
for like 5 years. And I just thought like maybe moving to Sydney and dying from COVID would be a good career step for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
compared
That
to
makes
life
sense.
in
That checks
Brisbane.
out.
No, but
Yeah.
so all I've been doing for the past few weeks is watching The Walking Dead. Just that's where I'm at mentally. It's a nice bit of
Ooh.
escapism from my real life situation. It's nice to like dream of what could be. Sorry about that,
Sweet.
Dan.
Too easy.
But we're sorted now. I didn't mean to
All
make
good.
more editing work for you, but we're here now.
We're here now. That just goes to show you've never listened to an episode of the pod because I don't do
no.
that much editing to begin with.
It's going to look like I'm
Yeah.
sabotaging my podcast.
Yeah, because this is
Taking
your podcast now. So anyway, so
I
you've
have
been
been
watching The Walking Dead. You're Negan.
And so Negan has just entered the storyline. He's the guy he's played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
That's where I tapped out because I didn't like how they did his introduction. Because he was like a cliffhanger, and they finished the season on that, and that really annoyed me that they didn't do that scene justice from the comics. And I was like, the show's not for me anymore, so I
I
stopped
thought it was
watching.
really good. I actually watched that last episode of season 6, and I really wanted to find out who died, but it was so suspenseful that I didn't watch the next episode. I just wanted to see the suspense for a little while, and it was really nice. And I would
had you been, because I was watching it live when it came to air, and I knew who was going to die.
I did too, thanks to our friend Redown.
Ah, sick.
She, because like no, I mean, like the show, like it's fucking 5 years old, so I don't blame her. This isn't a problem at all. It's just kind of funny. She accidentally told me, which is just what happens when you watch a show that's 5 years old. But then she tried to backpedal on it, and she was like, "Oh no, I was thinking of something else and a different scene and a different character and blah blah blah." I'm like, "No, you weren't." And then it got to that, and then it got to that first episode of season 7. I was like, "Oh yeah, of course, yeah, this is when it happens." Like, poor Glenn. Yeah. Feel bad for Glenn.
Yeah, and I think
good. That was good. Fucking
really.
Exit for him though. That was huge. It was big.
Yeah,
that's what he deserves.
Well, that's what it is in the comics.
Like not the character. That's like he.
But the comic.
The character, not the character, but like the the storyline, and like when you have like a main character, they deserve like a big, kind of gruesome death sort of thing. It's
big send off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because I feel like the only difference between that scene and the comic is that the cliffhanger is, oh my god, things have been going well, and this guy's just killed Glenn. But in the TV show, it was, who's he gonna kill? You're gonna have to tune in next season to find out. And then just everyone who read the comics like,
I like the way they did it, to be honest. Because like it went to first person and went to like Flash, like the Eeny Meeny Miny Mo scene and everything. I thought it was good TV. I thought.
I think that's the difference. Yes, I think it's good TV, but it was good TV, but it's bad for me.
Well, see, the thing about the comics, Dan, is like I've never read the comics because I'm not a fucking nerd and I never learned how to read. So
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, only nerds read.
Reading is for fucking nerds and communists.
Nerds read.
I've always said it.
Yeah, and we're neither of them, baby. We're neither of them. Anyway, this has been a wild start to the show.
No, it's just been disorganized. It's okay. We're organized now. It's fine.
So Ryan,
we're good.
Yeah, we're all good.
You seem tired. Are you okay today?
Right.
How are you?
So
Are you okay day the other day? And I would like to know, in fact, because you seem unhappy.
We've already gone through this before I hit record.
And now I'm like putting you on the spot. You don't want to talk about it. It's okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Video games. Did you? Because I know you're video games. Yeah. Let's remember what the show is. More for me than you. Did you grow up as like a gamer? Like, what's your history with video games?
Well, I mean, like the idea of being a gamer, like that's not. Because, like, video games to me is a hobby. But when you say you're a gamer, that's like a lifestyle. And that doesn't make a lot of sense to me because, like, games are supposed to be... They're supposed to be a hobby. They're supposed to be a bit of an escape. They're supposed to be something that you do for a change, for a bit of fun. And so when that makes the shift into being a lifestyle and you kind of label yourself a gamer, it's like, well, obviously, like, that's what you do now. That's who you are. It's not just what you do. It is who you are. So what do you do for escape? Because like the idea would be like, gamers would then have something else that is their hobby if gaming is so serious. But like all I'm saying is like gamers aren't necessarily taking up team sports, so to speak. You think that would be like a good There's no I've never met a gamer with abs, is what I'm saying.
What are you talking about? Henry Cavill.
Is he a gamer?
World's most famous gamer. Yeah, he's a gamer. That's how we
Henry
got.
Cavill is an actor. No, dude.
No, he's a gamer as well.
He plays Superman. He
plays Superman, and he did a shirtless video last year of him building a PC.
That's wild.
And he had like a WoW addiction. And that's how he got the Witcher.
Oh,
that's how he got the role in the Witcher TV series because he's a big fan of the games. Big fan of the games, and got his manager to like call up the production company, and then he was like, "Hey, this is Henry Cavill's manager. He wants to play the lead." And they're like, "Wait, what?"
Oh, him. Oh, please.
Well, please, can he do
that's
it?
pretty funny.
Okay, I guess we'll let.
Okay.
Because it's also around the same time. I think Mission Impossible 7.
Mission Impossible.
No,
18.
that's the next one. Fallout. Yeah. Mission Impossible. How many donuts do you have? Only 2. Okay.
I'm sharing this one with Bianca, so
it's good.
Like just yeah.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Okay, so you did.
No, yeah, I do. I did like to answer your question in a serious way. The first so I just played Nintendo and stuff at after school care, like when I was really little.
Yeah, cool.
And I really, obviously, just like really like Mario.
Yeah. Yeah, Super Mario was your dad.
Super Mario was actually my dad.
Yeah.
Is that his name? Because like it's the Mario Brothers, which I know this is a hack bit, but that indicates that Mario is their surname. So you got Luigi Mario, and then is in fact Mario's first name Super?
I don't think the first name's Super. I think it's weird. Because I agree, it's one of those things of Mario Brothers.
Is it just Mario Mario?
Mario.
Andrew Cuomo.
Could be. Is it, like Donald Mario? No, yeah, his full name. It's like his full name is Mario.
Obviously, that makes sense.
That's very dumb.
I think the first console I actually got was the Nintendo 64. Got that for Christmas.
Sick.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, and I remember. I remember primary school. My friend had Super Nintendo and played Donkey Kong on that and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, that's how I got into it. And I was like really into Donkey. I'm still really into Donkey Kong. Love Donkey Kong. I bought the Switch. I bought a
big fan of the ape.
Yeah, I bought a Wii to play the Donkey Kong game on Wii. And I bought a Switch to play the Donkey Kong game on Switch. Love Donkey Kong.
Wait, you mean Tropical Freeze? You bought a Switch for Tropical Freeze?
Yeah, I wanted to play it.
Damn, how did I not know this?
I just really like Donkey Kong. I don't know why. I just like the jungle. It's like nice colors.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's fun. It's easy.
It's monkey in a tie.
Yeah. What's not to like? I love the minecart.
Do you know that did you know that the Donkey Kong from like that first Donkey Kong game, whatever the first Donkey Kong Jumpman game was, that's Crazy Kong?
No, I did not know that.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That is actually crazy.
So you actually might be a big Crazy Kong fan. You might be a big Crazy Kong fan.
You know what? I've always said that about myself.
You actually hate Donkey Kong.
I've always said that I'm a big Crazy Kong fan.
Yeah, you're a crazy guy.
Yeah.
You got the Joker. You got.
So had Nintendo Switch, played all the games on Nintendo Switch like Star Fox and Donkey Kong 64, which apparently is like renowned as a terrible game, like it's unfinished or whatever. Donkey Kong 64.
Donkey Kong 64 or Country?
No, 64. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize there was another game. I thought it was just Donkey Kong Country.
There was only one on whatever. There was one on 64, and apparently it's like renowned as being terrible. But I definitely played that.
Oh, okay.
You need like the memory pack in order to play it because I didn't finish the. It's like the original Cyberpunk,
yeah.
like, Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah, it was just broken on release.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, we got to put it out. Hey, done is better than perfect. Not always, guys. So that was Nintendo 64. Played that, Mario Kart 64, all that sort of stuff. Like real, just like very casual sort of shit, you know. And then I had a Wii, but like again, like the only thing I got on Wii was like Mario Kart and Donkey Kong Country Returns. And then I didn't really get into games again until I met my my wonderful loving girlfriend Bianca.
Ooh.
And she really likes games. And so she kind of got me into more serious games like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Horizon Zero Dawn. That's probably one of my favorite games ever. Really like that.
Yes.
So
still haven't played that.
It's fantastic. I'm really looking forward to the PlayStation 5 one. But that. But like the problem with it is like I have an addictive personality. So like a game like Red Dead Redemption 2
I get that.
and The Witcher. She got me Witcher for Switch. When I bought my Switch console, she bought me The Witcher because it was Witcher 3 or whatever, Wild Hunt.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. But like I had Breath of the Wild as well. And so when I play a game like those, like Red Dead Redemption, Breath of the Wild, Witcher, it's all I do. It's the only thing I do. You know? Yeah.
That's it. Nothing else in life.
So I need to be careful. And like, so I kind of, the last game so we just got a PlayStation 5. Like it's so much labor, like literal and emotional to get a PlayStation 5. Like it takes a lot out of you to acquire a PlayStation 5. Not just $600, but
I lucked out. Yeah. I lucked out when I got it. Of just not realizing how difficult just not realizing how difficult it would be to get one eventually. So just knowing that I wanted to get one and being in the right Discord groups, I was able to get one on release. Oh, like I first day pre-order, no problems. And then had big issues with the Xbox Series X, but I now have a pre-order in, so go on, come in a couple of months.
So I hadn't really played anything. I kind of got bored of games, I think, after I finished Horizon, just because like those are the best games, like that have been released. So Red Dead 2, Horizon, Breath of the Wild, Witcher. I played all those games, and they're like top of the pile. Last of Us 2. Last of Us
Have you
2
played God
is
of
the
War?
last game I played, actually. And that's probably my favorite game ever. The Last of Us Part 2.
Okay, I need to play
What'd you
through
say?
those. I've got both of those as well. I've got both of those
You
as
sound
well.
like you're bragging about
the,
it. Yeah, I went to a shop and bought those.
I
I
got
don't know
rid-
if anyone else has got them. I went to a shop, exchange some money for
Yeah, let's just say
So,
I paid them.
Have you played them, or are you saying you just
No,
have
I
them?
just have I have them because I used the PlayStation because I was like, I've been going through old PS4 games. Because I didn't have a PS4, so I'm about halfway through God of War, and I've been playing a bit of Uncharted, but not heaps. But also I got Ghost of Tsushima to
Apparently
play,
it's great.
and it's what I played of it very good. But also haven't played that much of it, because I've just been preparing for this show I'm doing on Thursday. What's all this then? Good Chat Comedy Festival.
Where do people get tickets for that? Sorry. I'm just asking out of my own interest.
Just
wondering
online.
where people would buy tickets and how much it is, and
If you were to just go to like the Good Chat website, search for.
Well, you could probably just follow
Good
Good Chat Comedy on Instagram or something, and they'll have a ticket link up there.
Yeah, find it there. Or you could follow me, Be a Valid Boy,
yeah.
at Instagram. It's just in the bio. I've been sitting at like half sold for a couple of days now, which is really annoying me.
Your show is on it's on Thursday, right? Yeah, and what time? What time is
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
8:30
at like
PM?
8:30
All right, cool.
PM.
Yeah, nice.
8:30?
Sweet.
8:30
And that's just at
yeah.
Fritzenberger on Petrie Terrace in Brisbane, right? That's a pretty central
No,
location.
if you actually search for Good Chat Comedy Club. Yeah, if you search for Good Chat Comedy Club
It'll
in
come up.
Google Maps, you'll find
That's
it.
so interesting.
It'll come up.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, fuck. I'm so worried about this lockdown because I've spent the last month. I've had 3 or 4 nights that weren't dedicated to anything comedy related.
Yeah.
And if it gets cancelled, I'm like, for fuck's sake. It'll be postponed.
I think so. Sorry, this is diverging, but who cares? Because we've got an hour to talk. What I've learned from just
Oh, longer. It's my show.
No, we've got an hour. What I've learned.
We're both technically in lockdown.
I've got stuff to do, man. No, what I've learned is I don't think. Obviously you got to prepare for the show, and that's good. But I think all that preparation is also builds to you as a comedian in general. So even if the show gets cancelled, you've still done all this preparation for yourself and your long-term career. So I don't try not to be too, if it does go into lockdown,
it's not going to go to waste.
No, don't let it go to waste. Is my point. Just use everything you've learned.
I won't let
Jacob said,
but it's
Jacob Lingard, friend of the pod, he's told me that you've been working really hard, you've been having good sets. I'm not up there to see you, so, but Jacob's been saying some nice stuff. Jacob.
Who's been saying that?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, man.
And that's what matters.
Awesome.
And that's you learn that when you spend comedy, people want to say comedy is hard. It's not really hard. It just takes a bit of discipline. And what I've learned is if you spend maybe 1 or 2 hours going over your material, your sets you just make this if you just spend hard focus I think people are just very undisciplined because being a comedian is a very undisciplined pathway. But if you just discipline yourself, not even that hard, to just looking at the stuff you've written and really questioning what is funny about it, it's very easy to then do well that night. It seems like such a simple lesson, but it's it's also a very easy lesson to ignore.
Oh yeah, I love to ignore lessons.
It's such a social it's such a social lifestyle. It doesn't feel like work, but some of it needs to be work.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes, if you want
to be funny,
be work, some of it needs to be work.
Anyway, talking seriously about comedy is so fucking annoying, but I do love it, and it's fine, and it's good. Games, yeah. So, Last of Us 2, best game I've ever played. Seriously, it is the opposite.
Yeah, I own it.
Yeah, I own it. I haven't played it, but I own it. I know.
I own it.
I do think because it's not
there.
open world, but it does have enough sort of RPG elements where you have to do certain things to you collect weapons and all that sort of stuff outside of the central pathway of the game. But it's more like the story of that game, coupled with obviously the gameplay and everything like that, is so engrossing and immersive. Yeah, I just really really loved it. I do prefer an open world, but once you collate all the points accumulatively, I think Last of Us Part 2 is the absolute best game I've ever played. And then, so
Okay.
after that, and after playing all those other games that I listed before, I was just kind of bored with everything, and I was always looking for something on Switch to play. And I'm like, oh, do I spend money on Mario Odyssey? Do I spend money on Luigi's Mansion? All this sort of stuff. And I'm just like, I'm not convinced. I'm just not convinced. I'm just waiting for Breath of the Wild 2 to come out on Switch at this point.
Yeah, I would say, did you fuck up and not get the Mario remasters whilst you
Yeah,
could?
I thought about getting them, and
The 3D All Stars collection.
yeah, no, I thought about getting them, and I chose
Yeah.
not to. I didn't fuck up. I was like, I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think this is from.
No, you fucked up because now you're going to have to borrow it from me at some point.
I don't think I'll ever play them. I just don't think like that's kind of like my point. It's not like after playing all these other games that were such a step up from that style. I think that's where my taste lies now, and I just don't want to play Mario.
Yeah, that's fair. Although I will say, Bowser's Fury, the new one that came with like the 3D Mario remake, is my game of the year at the moment.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's cool. Is it a side scroller?
It's like it's almost like Mario's version of Breath of the Wild.
Ah, interesting.
Fully open 3D world with just like random platforming sections
Interesting.
scattered around it. So it's quite good. Sorry, I just need to plug the laptop in because it's running low on juice.
This is such a chaotic episode. I love it. Yeah, but so basically, we've got the PS5 now, which is exciting, and based on
Very exciting. I'm very excited for you guys.
It's like such a quest to get one. I had to. The worst part of getting the PS5 is that I had to sign back up to Twitter. I'm back on Twitter. Yeah, because like
Really?
obviously they do the stock alerts on Twitter. So like I signed back up.
Oh,
Yeah, so I
right,
signed
yeah.
back up with my own account to get stock alerts, and so now I'm
Yeah.
back on Twitter. I've relapsed. Much, it's partly due to lockdown as well. Like I just don't have any outlet. So
Yeah, that's interesting because I haven't seen you like any of my recent tweets on Twitter.
honestly, Dan, I didn't even know you were on Twitter.
claim-
I didn't
you
even
claim
know
to be
you
back
were
on
on
that.
Twitter.
And you-
I'm so out of it.
And you claim to be back
What'd
on
you say?
that. You claim to be back on that. You
Yeah,
claim to
I
be
am.
back
Yeah,
on
sorry.
Twitter,
So
but
I don't know
you
why the
haven't,
first 3 people I didn't follow were Tim Dillon, Dasha, and Dan Dennis. Like it's like the top 3 Twitter personalities.
Yeah.
The Twitterati, if you will.
missing out on all the missing out on all that hot content I've been putting out, like hopping off my high horse due to the sudden onset of altitude sickness. You know, just
Dan Dennis.
all this good content you're missing.
Oh no. Oh man, are you okay, dude? Let's go through some of your other classic tweets.
Yeah, who isn't? I had one that got like 60 recently. No, I'm just scrolling through my Twitter because I wanted to prove to you that I can do a good tweet. 70. Your cluster started with a limo driver. Ours started in an Indrapilli karate school. We are not the same.
Mm-hmm.
That's 17
Pretty
likes
cool.
worth of Twitter. Anyway,
Pretty cool stuff.
pretty cool. Just saying, it's there.
No,
It's there, man,
it
if
is.
you want.
Look, Dan, your Twitter account is definitely
there.
It definitely exists.
It exists. There's content going on to it.
What was I even talking about? I was trying to get a fucking PlayStation 5.
You signed up
Getting a
to
PlayStation
get
5
PS5,
in itself feels like a side quest from Breath of the Wild. You got to jump through so many hoops just to play
was gonna say,
Spider-Man
was it
Miles
easier to
Morales.
get the
It's like
No, you got Returnal.
I am looking
you've
forward to
got,
playing Returnal, but like the games are so expensive that we're just sort of
It's-
pacing ourselves. So,
yeah, and also because do you have the PS Plus
no, I don't.
account? Oh, so if you do that, you get like all the hits from the
How much
PS4
does it
generation.
cost? For me and your listeners.
Whatever the monthly cost of PlayStation
Yeah,
Plus
that's what I'm
is.
asking you, Dan Dennis.
I think it's like $10 or
Interesting.
something,
Maybe, I don't know.
and you can just add them to your
Yeah,
library.
that might be good.
You can get Call of Duty 3 Black Ops. Think of it, Ryan. You can get Call
my
of Duty 3
God.
Black Ops.
Oh my god! I bought. So basically, look, after watching all the videos and the announcement video last year and all that sort of stuff, I thought the first game I wanted to get was, no joke, Miles Morales. So I bought that, but
Yep. I was very excited.
Yeah, it looks great, and it seems like a good intro to the console, it seems. So
Yeah. Oh, wait, have you played Astro's Playroom?
Don't be silly.
Oh,
Don't
no.
be silly.
No. I mean, yeah, you did say that you hate Mario.
I didn't even say that.
Playroom is.
I didn't even say that I hate Mario.
You said you don't want to play Mario games anymore. You said that you
I
hate
think
Mario
after being
and all he
introduced to
represents.
that other style of gaming, Mario isn't for me anymore.
I would say Astrobot's Playroom is much more than a tech
Right.
demo for the PlayStation. It's not a long game, but it shows you everything that the controller and the thing is capable of, and it's very, very fun. And it's just like, and you just play through the history of the PlayStation.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'd recommend it. I'd recommend it.
I keep forgetting I'm on a track, and then I keep forgetting where I was up to.
I take you off the track because were you going to talk about Spider-Man?
Yeah, I was going to talk about Spider-Man. So basically,
before we... Actually, let's talk about Spider-Man because there's not any real news this week. The news this week I just wanted to talk about was the upcoming PlayStation games.
All right, well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. It's your show, buddy.
Are you sure?
You might.
Are you sure?
I mean, I'm handing it over to you. I'm handing the control of this show over to you.
Thank you. He's got the keys to the podcast.
No, take the wheel, Dan.
Thank you. Awesome. Take the wheel. Okay. So as runs in Sydney, and this is in over Zoom, I'm just gonna have to make up a news jingle. So here we go. Instead of just using one of the pre-saved ones on the Zoom H8.
Can't you
the
play
Recorder
it?
of Champions. Okay.
Can't you play it on your end?
I don't think so.
Are you plugged into the Zoom?
Yeah, I'm plugged into the Zoom, but it's like I don't have the trackpads in there. I could just grab it at some point. Here's the thing: I've said it before. I could just grab the audio from another app and save that.
And you could edit.
But I'm not going to.
After the fact. Okay.
I'm going to do this. It's the news. Cool. Okay. Welcome to the news.
I like the level of quality control that goes into this project is I could never.
It's massive.
The production values.
No one can match it.
Look, the level of pride you take.
I love this podcast so much. It's making all my purchases tax deductible.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. As long as the ATO gives me my money back.
Oh, does everyone know that I did the art for this podcast? I did the artwork.
I definitely credited you, but not on this episode. Yeah, so we're actually speaking to the artist of
you fucks.
The yeah.
You fucking.
Yeah, you can probably see him at the Sydney.
Yeah, you can see me at
Gallery.
the Opera House.
Yeah,
I'm at the Opera House.
They're projecting this onto. They're going to project it onto the.
They cancelled Vivid Sydney because I was too
Fest. Good. Yeah, they're like,
oh man,
God damn it, we need to hang all this podcast artwork up.
Talk about.
Man, I can't believe you clocked
the real game. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm pretty good. So what's the news?
What's the news? Oh, baby. So the news this week, there isn't anything massive except for the PlayStation Showcase for the next couple of years happened.
Talk to me about it.
There was a lot of.
What's the biggest one that you're excited about?
Biggest one I'm excited for is Insomniac are doing a Wolverine
Interesting.
game.
And who is Insomniac?
And
what else have they done?
They're the ones who do the Spider-Man games.
Interesting.
And the Ratchet and Clank games.
Ooh.
There was also Spider-Man 2 was announced, which is Miles and Peter teaming up, and Venom is in that.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. I'm pretty excited for that, but Spider-Man 2 is not till 2023.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you fucks. How dare you?
I think.
How dare you tease me with this trailer? This is the thing
that people don't talk about enough. Is like one of the main tenets of being a gamer, as a lifestyle, is a really strong sense of entitlement. Yeah. 2023. What the fuck?
2 years away. Because I was just like, because in my mind I was like, oh yeah, it'll be 2022. Because then there will be 2 years. No, because 2018 to
that's the
2
cycle
years between
that you expect.
Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and then Miles Morales another 2 years to Spider-Man 2.
Man,
but nope.
you are.
Nope, they're going to make me wait 3 years instead of 2.
Your Spurgic pattern, like. But it was 2 years between the other two games.
I just want Spider-Man games now. Don't make me replay the otherwise very good ones.
Yeah, that's cool. So what'd you say? Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. They're the big ones? Yeah.
Wolverine. For me, they're the big ones. There's a bunch of other ones. God of War Ragnarok.
That sounds pretty
Looks
cool.
pretty good. The internet's pretty annoyed by it because they're going for a more traditional version of Thor, depiction of Thor, and not the Marvel version.
But they're not.
Yeah.
It's not a Marvel game though. It's just a game based on Norse mythology.
No, it's not. Yes, but what they're more annoyed about is because traditional Thor looks like a bodybuilder, like he's real beefy and pretty, like, kind of fat.
Yeah, well, he's a Viking.
Beefcake.
Yeah. More or less.
Yeah. And people are like, Thor can't be fat.
The American.
Looks good.
The American
They're
Gods
actually
Thor is pretty cool.
Ryan Hurst. Yeah, I haven't watched all of
dude,
American
but,
Gods read the book.
It's fine.
Which is upsetting because Hannibal was very good. But no, Ryan Hurst from Walking Dead is the model.
Which
for
one
Thor.
is he in Walking Dead?
What's his
Ryan
name?
Hurst.
The ginger with the
he's great. Oh man, Abraham.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah, Abraham,
Abraham. I
that's
miss
right.
you every day. Suck my nuts.
R.I.P. Sweet Ange. So that one looked very good. Spider-Man 2 seems to be able to team up. You'll swap between Peter Parker and Miles Morales. Get that Grand Theft Auto 5 switch up happening.
What? Say that again. Grand Theft Auto 5? I thought they've already released that.
Yeah, you're not going to believe this. No, I was more talking about how in Grand Theft Auto 5 you can seamlessly swap between characters, but and I feel like that's what they're going to do for Spider-Man 2. But also,
I'm not a fucking...
Yeah, but also Grand Theft Auto 5 is being remastered for the PlayStation 5 and will be out next year.
Is that the best? I thought the best one was like 3. I thought that was universally accepted as the best one. Am I wrong in saying that?
See, I also really like 3. I think 5 is universally...
Really? That's the most recent one, right?
The best. Yeah. That's the most recent one because it was a collaboration and everything, but it came out like 2013, so it's almost 10 years old.
Jesus. You think they just make a new game?
Yeah, I don't think they will because of Grand Theft Auto Online. And that's all just based on the Grand Theft Auto 5 map. So they're still making plenty of money just by people buying shark cards and credit.
Interesting. Any other big releases coming up that I should know about, Dan? Our man on the ground, Dan Dennis.
There was man on the ground, Dan Dennis. Project Eve looked good. Forspoken looked really good. Forsaken gets sucked out of the hero gets sucked out of the regular world into this weird fantasy world
like Stranger Things.
Robots have taken over.
It sounds just like Stranger Things. Exactly like Stranger Things.
The world looks beautiful. It looks massive and it seems kind of Final Fantasy-esque in some ways in combat, but yeah, that looks cool. And what was the other one? Oh, you don't need to.
Thanks, man. Thanks for the permission.
Yeah. Don't worry, man. You don't need to play them. And there was another game. It was like Tiny Tina's Wonderland or something.
That sounds like a game for pedophiles.
Yeah.
Hey, man, what have you been playing? I've been playing Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Police? Hello?
Tina's Wonderland. Yeah.
Calling. That game in itself is just a sting operation for child sex rings.
But yeah, so it's by Gearbox, who did the Borderlands games. And this one's more like a D&D
interesting
fantasy one, but there's also guns in it. Okay. So,
all right.
Seems cool. Seems fun.
Cool. Awesome.
That's the news. That's the news. Oh, and also, sorry, one more thing. China is telling its video game companies like Tencent that they need to stop prioritizing profit.
What?
Yeah, so you might not. Yes, you probably won't be aware. They China's introduced a 3-hour gaming limit.
I do know. I have heard about that. That's funny. I heard that on Chapo. They broke that news.
Okay. Oh, so not me.
No,
not
sorry.
the
Will
previous
Menica
episode.
beat you to the punch.
Not the episode with Molly Thomas.
Your contemporary Will Menica.
Yeah. Chapo Trap House, Tax Deductible Gamer.
Yeah,
they're the same. They're the same. Yeah. So Tencent and NetEase, they've been told to focus less on profit as the gaming crackdown expands. So
interesting.
You never know. People are going to be making less money. out of China, so kids can play less games. The whole economy is getting affected.
Yeah. Weird. It's so weird. I don't know what's happening in the world, but like just that alone feels ominous, like something's going on. I don't understand. Like, but that's fine.
And it very much feels like, no, we need the kids aren't going to be good fighters.
Yeah, something like that. I think that's where my mind. I can't articulate it, but like, there's something. It tickles my brain in a bad way hearing that news, you know, like I can't really analyze it and extrapolate on it, but there's something there.
Yeah.
You know,
there's something there. There's something very sinister going on there.
China. Not in a racist way. Not in a racist way.
Ooh, okay.
Just in a geopolitical way.
Yeah, I was going to mention a name, and then I was like, oh, maybe not, just in case if they tune into this.
What? Oh yeah, no, I very Simpsons. Like, I welcome our new Chinese overlords. Actually, I think they're good.
Yeah, that's good. That's
my
good.
favorite movie is Shang-Chi.
He's now safe.
I love Biang Biang noodles. You know.
That's actually not how you pronounce it. That is racist. But
which part?
You wouldn't have known that because you haven't seen the movie yet.
Oh, Shang-Chi.
What's it? It's Shang-Chi or something like that.
I'm white. I get a pass. I'm in the minority.
Okay. Yeah, you're in lockdown, so you kind of seen the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Have you seen it? Apparently, it's a mess.
Explain it.
Is it a mess?
No, I enjoyed it.
Good?
I can
say the martial arts are
I can
really
understand
cool.
why some people think it's a mess. Martial arts is really cool. All the Chinese mythology is really cool. It's really different to other Marvel origin movies because essentially he already has the powers at the start, but just kind of like he's on like a sabbatical.
But I like that about
and then it just like
well.
Yeah, and it just cuts back to like parts of his childhood and stuff like that every now and then.
Yeah, I don't know. I just read a few reviews that weren't favorable, but I'm still going to see it regardless. I'm stoked Tim Roth is back in it. It should be good.
Yeah, he's back, baby. Never gonna die.
Cool. So what next? What's the next segment in this podcast?
So the next segment
you're very low energy.
Ryan,
I know it's hard. It's hard doing
games?
podcasts over Zoom, but you're chilling right now.
I'm doing a podcast from bed. I've got a James Squire zero alcohol beer with me.
Are you hungover?
No, I didn't drink last night. I had 2 beers, which means I drank.
Yeah, you fucking liar.
That's probably a sign of a problem.
Liar.
I'm just like, no.
How could you betray our trust?
No, I'm not hungover.
No, cool. Sweet. Just
chilling. Just
so
chilling,
low
baby.
energy.
Just low energy.
Yeah, I feel like our energies are really at odds with each other. I've had 2 coffees. I'm buzzing, bro.
Yeah, and I haven't had any caffeine today.
Buzzing.
No, yeah, it probably didn't help that I had like therapy directly before this.
So, you're emotionally drained.
Maybe that
as
was
well.
it. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, so are you okay there, guys? Men can have therapy.
Newsflash, everybody! Men can do therapy now.
Men can do it. Men
It's
can
the
have
law.
it. It's not just for the girlies anymore.
it's not for the
Fellas, rise
broads.
up. Yeah. So you've been playing video games.
I've been playing some video
on your PlayStation.
Yeah, so basically, first game I wanted to get onto the topic of this fucking this actual podcast. I wanted to get Miles Morales. I went on to the store, and they have an deluxe edition,
The ultimate
deal, deluxe,
Yeah.
whatever it is. So you get Spider-Man and you get Miles Morales for like $130, and that seemed like a good deal to me.
Yeah,
because like Miles Morales by itself is $95.
Yeah, 2 great games,
yeah,
baby.
so I've actually and the reviews I've seen of like Miles Morales is it carries on from Spider-Man. So
yes. It's almost
like the same
It's
game.
slightly more than a DLC.
Exactly, yeah.
If it was The Witcher, it would be a DLC.
Sure. So I decided to play the first Spider-Man first, the PS4 one. So I've been using my PlayStation 5 to play a PS4 game. That's all I've done so far.
No shame.
And Bianca's doing the same.
This
She's playing
is-
Cyberpunk, but she's obviously hanging out for the PS5 upgrade in December.
Yeah. Is Cyberpunk good now?
On PS5 it is. Yeah, Bianca's pretty impressed. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I ended up just returning it without playing it. Spider-Man though. Let's talk Spider-Man because that's a game I love Spider-Man. My story.
Your story?
And I actually came up with my Google Photos. I think it's out I think it's been 3 years this weekend since it came out. Because I had some images pop up. So what I did, I was going to buy a PS4 for the original Spider-Man, and I'm like, no, it's so close to the end of the console. I'll be smart with money. I'll just buy the game and go to a friend's place who has a PS4, and I'll stay there for the weekend, and I'll play it that weekend, and then I'm done with it. It's their game. Which is exactly what I did. It was one of the best weekends of my life.
It's a really fun game. It's like, because it's like a little bit like Uncharted in like the physics of it and the gameplay. I like the puzzles are like the same as the BioShock puzzles, which is like part of one of the parts of BioShock that didn't completely infuriate me. I still haven't finished BioShock. I don't know if I will, to be honest.
Nobody needs to finish BioShock. This is sorry. I've had a mess. Sorry.
You've had a mess?
I've made one. I reached down a beer and then my laptop got caught on stuff.
Oh, I came everywhere.
Okay, that's good. We're back now.
Dan has cleaned up his...
Cool. Cleaned. It's all gone.
It's all gone.
It's all gone.
Yeah, it's really fun. I really like it. I like that it's sort of like... it's obviously like... The cool thing about Spider-Man, like I've never read the comics. Like as a child, I was never into comics.
Yeah.
But like there's just like so much context clues that it kind of just makes sense, and I really like that about the story, because it's obviously really just rooted heavily in the comics with like the different villains and all that sort of stuff and the lore, but it's really accessible. It's great. I really like it.
Yeah, it was interesting because it's kind of based off a 6-issue one-shot that only came out a few years earlier, which was when I was into comics. Cool. So it was pretty annoyed. It was in that sense, I was pretty annoyed that I was like, I've actually read this comic. I know roughly where this is going.
Yeah, but still fun.
There's a few changes.
I feel like
fun to play through.
People would get more out of it that way. But you're just like, I already know this.
Well, there's just a few things that felt like they were meant to be like big reveals.
Yeah, sure. Right.
They just weren't reveals. You're like, oh yeah. Have you been doing much exploring of the city?
Yeah, it's good. I like games like that where you can, because I used to always do that with Breath of the Wild. I just like would ignore the main mission and I just like walk around,
run around. Yeah.
So I like having that ability in a game. It's just like, so far I haven't played too much of it, but so far it's like great. I love it. It's really good. I like the way
it's so fucking good.
The way it upgrades, and there's like always something new to the combat is really fun. Like it's I'm sort of, it's hard, but it's like just hard enough, you know?
Yeah. That's what I liked about it as well. It's
hard enough to be satisfying when you nail it, is what I mean.
Yes. When you're like, fuck yeah, we've done it.
Yeah. Like, because there was one, there's one fight on the top of the construction site or whatever, where it goes in like, I'm still like real early on, but it goes in like waves, and it's like when you just get the suit upgrade, the first suit upgrade.
Yeah.
And it goes in waves. That actually took me.
Is this when the helicopter comes in at the end? Is this when you're going through a building that's being built?
No, it's just on the rooftop.
Or is it just
on the rooftop?
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. So that's just like a base. This is just when they introduce you to like
exactly.
bases and you can beat them up throughout the game.
Yeah. And it's like, what am I trying to say? It just took me like quite a few goes to actually like get through that part. But I never got fed up, because like part of it is like you're learning how to use the different attacks and all that stuff still, and so like when you die, you're like, I know what I should have done that time, and I like that about the game. It's just really cool, and the different boss fights are really interesting. Like obviously you have that Kingpin fight at the start, but then the next, I don't even know if you'd really call them bosses, but the next one was the Shocker fight, which is like a chase. Nothing nothing I've ever really experienced before in a game where it's like, oh, this is a fight, and I can die during this chase, but it's just the physics of it are completely different, and it's just like, yeah, it's just really fun. Like that's all it is. It's just fun, and like
it's
as
super
much as
fun.
I love being traumatized by Last of Us Part 2, games are meant to be fun.
Have you played much of Insomniac's games then?
No, I've only played Ratchet.
They do Ratchet and Clank,
which I got for free.
Okay. Yeah, the latest one, Ripped Apart.
Awesome.
So fucking good. It's so fucking good.
So good. Even Bianca hates
it was one of those games.
She's just like, or like any sort of cartoony sort of game. But we watched the trailer for it, and she was like, "Yeah, maybe." She was like, "Maybe I'll play that one."
I took time off work.
Yeah. Is it a big one? Is it a big game?
For its release. No. Then that's the other thing with Insomniac. They do kind of like the perfect game for me, where like a lot of their games are around the 18, 20 hour mark. So I'm playing so as long as you're playing, you feel like you're making progress. But because I think it's one of the things I hate about the longer games is that you can just reach a point where you feel like you're not making any progress.
Yeah, I think the thing that works for me with those games is like with Red Dead and Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, maybe less so with Witcher, but definitely with Breath of the Wild and Red Dead. It's just like you can just walk around and essentially not play the game, but like you're still like exploring and like doing side missions,
which is good.
Picking fucking flowers and hunting animals, all that sort of stuff. Like, yeah, and I would just happily
and that stuff's
I would
so
just
good.
happily do that for ages.
Yeah, but even Spider-Man's not actually, because that was the thing. I never played the DLC, so have been tempted to just go back and replay that game.
Which one?
And play the DLC, the original Spider-Man.
Yeah, okay, sure.
The one you're playing through, because I never played the DLC. I think there was 2 sets of DLC.
I don't know if that's
that I never
included
played.
in what I've got. I don't know. You'd think it would be if it was like deluxe
it
edition
is.
or whatever.
Yeah, it is. Because that's the version I got of Miles Morales. Because I was the same. I was like, do I buy just Miles Morales or do I buy like the remastered version with everything? But Miles Morales is good. Miles Morales, I think, to the original Spider, it is shorter. I think it's only about 10 hours. But the reason it's 10 hours is that it streamlines a bunch of the stuff that wasn't good in the original Spider-Man game. So all the stuff that like I hated is just not present. Like I doubt you're up to the Mary Jane missions yet.
I've only done the first one with the demons.
Yeah, it keeps on happening. There's a fair few of them. And it's always the same mission. It's always just you sneaking around, trying not to get caught.
I like being sneaky though. I like that element of games. That's what I really liked about Breath of the Wild, like being sneaky.
Yeah. Okay.
And Last
I don't know.
of Us
I
as
think
well.
for me it was just kind of like if I'm playing a game called Spider-Man,
you want to be swinging around.
I want to be Spider-Man.
Dude, just like,
I don't want to be his girlfriend.
The other thing about it is like, because like in lots of games like you'd have fast travel or whatever, but like they've made the travel in Spider-Man just so much fucking fun. Just
fun.
Swinging.
Yeah, because there is fast travel. There is fast travel in Spider-Man, but what's the point?
I haven't got fast travel yet.
Oh, you would have. It's just the metro, because you just stay on the island. But like, if you use the metro, or I think it's triangle to fast travel, and it just shows Spider-Man on the train.
Right. Okay, cool. Yeah,
that's it.
Well, I haven't learned that yet. Maybe I'm still too early on for them to have introduced it. Yeah.
Fuck no, I want to replay Spider-Man. I want to shun all responsibility. Fuck Ghost of Tsushima. I want to be Spider-Man again.
Well, just you might be in lockdown as of this afternoon, buddy. You might get your wish. You might get your wish.
It won't be this afternoon. It's not my wish. Won't be this afternoon. I reckon it'll be tomorrow or Monday.
I love
positive thinking.
I love the insane level of hypocrisy that is being bandied about by the Queensland government at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's like she is just so funny. She's like, here's the rule, but I'm gonna do whatever I want. And also, I love the footy.
Well, I mean,
she's like Scrooge McDuckie into a big like pool of money. Like, there's a big truck that has NRL written on the side, like dumping fucking
pretty
money
much
into a pool, and then Anastasia in a bikini just diving into it.
fucking pretty much every comment section under a news article this morning is we're not going into lockdown until after the NRL Grand Final.
When is that? That's tomorrow?
If they can avoid it. I think it's next. No, I think it's next weekend.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Oh, man.
Or the weekend after.
It's just like, it's so blatant now that, like, if there is a lockdown. Also, it's like, you guys have like 5 cases. Like, you don't need to lock down.
5. Yeah, it's 5 cases and they're all the one family.
You don't need to lock down. It's fine. I mean, this is a dangerous topic to get onto because, like, it can be very easily misconstrued what my viewpoint is. So, fuck it. Like, I'm not going to get into it.
Yep.
I do think that the disease is real. I think that it's dangerous, and I don't like it. I do not like COVID. People have been saying that I love COVID. I in fact hate it. But yeah, it's a complex issue, and I just think it's funny that the Queensland government is just like, just so inconsistent.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know. It's weird, but I think I think it's inconsistent, but also they don't state why they've changed their reasoning.
Yeah, exactly.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like if they were like, oh, we're probably not going to go into lockdown now because 50% of Queensland has had their first dose and 35% of Queensland is fully vaccinated.
Yeah.
Like if they'd mentioned that, people were like, oh, okay, we get it. It's just like, oh, we might go into lockdown. We'll see.
It's so silly.
You're like, cool. Love to have that threat.
Yeah.
Love to have that threat in the air.
It's trauma.
Oh, man. It's fun. It's good.
Super cool.
It's nice to be alive. But yeah, no.
More time
Spider-Man's
to play games,
fun. You've been video game jail.
Yeah,
we
so
love it.
Once I finish
Quit my job, just play video games.
Yeah, imagine. Once I finish fucking Spider-Man, I'm gonna play Cyberpunk, I think. Because I really like Witcher, so I'll give Cyberpunk a go. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
And by that point, it'll probably be the PS5 version as well, anyway, so.
I mean, Spider-Man's only 18 out. Will it be like 25 with the DLC?
Yeah, but I got Walking Dead to watch. I've got a lot of stuff on these days, you know?
Yeah, you're doing stuff. I keep on forgetting.
Watching Walking Dead. I'm playing Spider-Man.
Yeah. Speaking of, I haven't watched it yet, but Impeachment first episode's up on.
Yeah, I did see that. I'm
binge.
worried they're girl bossing it though.
Yeah,
they're doing like a girl boss revisionist kind of thing. Because like the thing I really liked about the other two was like, I guess like the history aspect of it, and like they obviously characterized all the real people and made it dramatic and kind of made it fun. But like, I'm definitely gonna watch Impeachment because I thought Versace was incredible. Like I thought it was so good. But like,
I'm yet to watch any of them.
But like equally, Versace is incredible. Yeah. It's really, really good. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Let me say that.
Well, I just like that he brought Darren Criss back. I love that he brought Darren Criss back.
Who's that?
That like the only other thing he'd worked on. I know he's in Versace. I don't know who he plays, but he was in Glee.
Oh yeah, all these guys.
He was one of those.
Yeah. It's,
yeah.
Cool.
Like he. So like Darren Criss was one of the guys that wore the blazers. He was a warbler.
Okay.
Yeah. But I just like that Ryan Murphy's like, yeah, let's just bring some of these Glee folk back into my series.
I'm really not big on Ryan Murphy.
He's a crazy
dude. But
dude.
like the American Crime Stories series are both great, and I'm hoping that this new one is as substantial, I guess, rather than just sort of like giving it this didactic kind of like Me Too story, because like the story happened long before that, and that's way more interesting to investigate what the situation was before we had this this cultural revolution, because it's like I don't know, I have high hopes because I like the other two, and I obviously the Monica Lewinsky story happened. That's probably the first big political event that I remember in my life.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm really interested.
Was I alive?
I have no idea.
When did Monica Lewinsky happen? Was I alive? What year?
So he got impeached.
Let's look this up.
I think it was might have been like 94 or something.
Oh, I might not have been alive yet.
Something like that. It was the first time I learned about blowjobs. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that I like that was the birds and the bees for an entire
Pretty
generation.
cool stuff.
The impeachment was like 1998.
98, right? Okay.
Okay. Interesting. So I was alive for his impeachment. Was I alive for the reason, though? You know? Okay, so who wants to get into... Round of applause. Who wants to talk about the impeachment of Bill Clinton on this video game podcast?
Hey, well, I mean... let's talk about conspiracy theories. Maybe it was like a Hail Mary kind of diversion from his actual crimes of child sex trafficking and being friends with Epstein and stuff. Maybe this was the deal he was given. It's like you can be impeached for grown adult consensual sex, but it will be you know, like that sort of. Or we can throw you to the
Clinton was
wolves.
impeached. Yeah, I mean, it's also just so funny to see what he was impeached for and just everything that's happened since.
Yeah, I love that.
And they're like, no.
Got impeached, and then they tried to impeach Trump, and they just couldn't. I love it.
Yeah, they're like, so funny. How are you?
He should have gotten a second term, honestly. Should have gotten a second term. Biden's
just seeing where he did 4 more
Biden
years,
has
baby.
been asleep since he got elected. Why are we talking about this on a video game podcast?
I don't know, man.
You asked me on.
Oh, no, you mentioned The Walking Dead. And then I was like, oh, by the way, because I knew you liked the other American crime stories.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Spider-Man, hey?
Spidey.
New York City. The only game I've been playing this week is a mobile game called Gunslinger. And you just played... Yeah, it's pretty fun. Just played... Yep. So you just play a jelly person and you do shootouts. And it's online. It's good. It's very easy to play. I can smash through a couple of just gunslinging events very quickly. And then I get the serotonin I need to stay awake and then keep on doing whatever I need to do. Simple game for anyone who's looking after a nice, simple, internet-enabled game for that mobile device. Big recommendation.
I said Gunslinger. That's it.
Yeah, Gunslinger. Your mic's dropped out.
Sorry, Dan Dennis.
Yeah. Okay. I need to be able to hear
so sorry,
you,
Dan.
Ryan.
Dude, does anyone really?
That's like...
Do they need to be able to hear me?
Who really needs to hear?
I got things to say, baby.
That's... You're back on Twitter. You can start letting people know. But no, Spider-Man's a lot of fun. The PS5, how would you rate the PS5? Do you reckon the PS5 is worth going to jail for?
Is it worth going to jail for?
Yeah. That's the rating system here.
If you have the opportunity, it's a risk assessment situation. If you have the opportunity to steal a PS5 from someone, I would definitely take the time to assess the situation. That's what I'm saying. Don't write it off immediately.
Okay.
You know? Risk assessment.
Yeah. If you can see one and you can see you'd be able to get it.
Yeah, I would risk it.
Yeah. Also, another good thing about the PS5 we didn't even touch on, if you log on to the Apple TV app on your PS5, you get like a couple of free months, 6 months free of Apple TV Plus.
Interesting. I can. I don't know. There's nothing on Apple TV for me. Let's be honest.
Do you want to watch Ted Lasso?
I will never watch Ted Lasso. That is my promise to you. I will never, ever.
Okay.
So many people have been like, oh, this show is the thing that we need in society right now. It's so lovely. I'm like, well, it's not for me then, I guess.
Oh, man, it is.
Sounds
it
awful.
is not that at all. It's not. I think people were just kind of like, that's what they thought it was. And then a lot of people, because they thought that's what it was, have hated the second season. Because the second season is very much a continuation of the first season, where it's very... where Ted Lasso was always more dramatic than it was a comedy. But people just didn't realize him being who he was what created the drama, just being someone who was effortlessly positive.
I read a interesting thing about it where it's like when people talk about Ted Lasso, they don't talk about the show. They talk about the way the show made them feel. And so the reviewer saying like this show is ultimately substanceless. It doesn't have much to it. It just is a thing that makes people feel good.
Maybe in the first season, yeah. Second season, definitely not.
I don't know.
Second season, I think what it does really well is that it shows different types of men being emotionally vulnerable.
Yeah, not for me.
Not for you?
I like
cool.
The
Don't
Walking
worry,
Dead.
don't watch it. Oh, you'd like Morning Show.
I don't want to see... No, I wouldn't.
You'd like Morning Show.
It's just like all these shows look like they were made on the content conveyor belt. You know what I mean?
Mythic Quest? You'd actually really like Mythic Quest.
That's the one show on it that I'm kind of interested in.
Yeah, we'll just do it. Watch it.
Just watch it, bro.
Get around it. It's on your PS5. It's free content.
And look, isn't that what we all need
free.
these days? More content.
Yeah, it's free content because you've already spent $600, so it's free.
That's the biggest sell these days for anything. It's like, is it good? Is it bad? It's free, man.
It's free. It's free. Get around it. The new Foundation TV show.
Foundation?
That looks good. Isaac Asimov books. From the 50s, grandfather of sci-fi. Okay. For All Mankind is really good.
What is that?
For
That's
All
a
Mankind.
documentary about...
So that... No. It's about what if Russia made it to the moon first. And how that would have changed the geopolitical landscape. That's really good. See, Ryan? There's all these things. There's the Beastie Boys doco.
I don't care about the Beastie Boys. Jesus Christ.
All these things are there for you on your PS5.
I'm in my 30s.
The PlayStation
Beastie Boys
5.
are for 14-year-olds exclusively.
Maybe the first album. Nerd.
Look, I want to go on record here and say if any of your listeners enjoy the Beastie Boys, you're... No, I can't think. Look, they're no good. I was trying to think of a funny insult, but I just can't be bothered now. I'm matching your energy now. I'm going low
babies.
Energy.
You going low? If they go low, we go low as well. Classic quotes.
So I'm really enjoying Walking Dead, but the last new show I watched was White Lotus. Brilliant, really good. That's the type of show.
Love that show.
Like. And then it's just like I just got to make it to October for Succession season 3. That's all I need to do.
Yeah, that'll be good. We can't wait. This is a good way to end a video game podcast.
Talking about TV shows. Well, what else do you? What other?
Yeah,
I told you. Like I've only played the one game on PlayStation 5 so far.
No.
What do you want from me?
Sorry, that wasn't me being like, oh.
I'm lashing out. Just lashing out at you. Fuck you, Dennis.
I'm not lashing out.
No, you're not. I am.
I'm not lashing out. I swear to God.
Listen to me,
lash. I'm not doing it.
Lashing.
I'm not lashing.
I'm lashing over.
I'm not lashing.
Sorry.
Is there?
I'm so
Ryan,
sorry, everybody.
Before we wrap up,
never invited back on the podcast ever again.
Before we wrap up, is there anything you wish to plug?
I think that I'd like to plug our dynamic. I think we have a good dynamic. This is fun. I like it. Because I can't tell if you're like annoyed at me or if you're just like a little bit tired.
Yeah, it's the latter. I'm not annoyed at you. I'm not annoyed at
but
you.
like when I feel like you are, it's almost like it encourages me to go further. I'm like, I don't know why. It's like, oh, he could.
I don't know.
There's a possibility Dan could be annoyed with me right now. Maybe I should try and make it worse.
Worse.
No. Is there anything I want to plug? No, I guess like I would look. I am a graphic designer and artist. So if I really like to make the switch to freelance work exclusively. So if you want to see the type of stuff I'm capable of, follow me on Instagram. It's just Ryan Darcy Sim Design. Yeah, I guess follow me on Twitter, I guess, which is just GoSmart69.
Get on that. You might see a few retweets
of Beer Battered
Ryan
Boy.
A Beer Battered Boy. He might find some good content.
And I guess my personal Instagram is Black Pill Garfield. So they're the only things I've got going on. Yeah. I have nothing, Dan Dennis. I have not been busy this lockdown.
Sick.
I did see friend of the pod Sam Bowden this morning. We went for a little walk, which was nice. Walked our dogs.
Oh, I missed that, recreation. Man. I missed that, man.
It was completely legal. Yeah, it was really nice to see Australian comedian. Sam
It's good to see.
It was really nice.
It's good to hear about two men in this country. It's legal for two men to walk.
We had
their
a
dogs
plebiscite.
together.
It is now legal for two men to walk their dogs together in the park. The people have voted yes.
It's changed.
It was good. No, it's
good. It's good.
We've only got 5 more weeks of lockdown, I reckon, till we're 70% vaccinated. I'm excited. I'm gonna bring my second shot forward, so I can get it done.
Yeah.
And potentially come to Brisbane for Redown's wedding, but we'll see.
Nice.
I doubt Anastasia's going to open the border, but I have a sliver of hope in the back of my mind. But other than that, I'm just going to keep playing Spider-Man. I wish I had more to contribute. Look, I'll tell you the games I am excited about. This is what I'll plug. The games that I want to play on PS5 based on what I've seen. Is this good? Is this good content for you listeners?
Yeah, this is good content. This is very good.
First priority was it was fucking Miles Morales. It just looked really good. I just wanted to give it. It looked like didn't look like a huge commitment. I think, but it still looked like high quality. Yeah. That's what attracted me to it. But after this, I'm gonna play Cyberpunk. I'm gonna give it a go. But Returnal looks great. I'm gonna play that. Plague Tale looks great. Gonna play that. Demon's Souls, which was never on my radar. But after watching your friend of mine, Jacob Lingard, play Bloodborne and Sekiro, and watching the trailer for Demon's Souls, I think I'm going to give it a go.
You're going to give it a crack?
Give it a crack.
Hell yeah.
That Ratchet and Clank one looks good, and I think that's all at the moment. Those are the big ones on the list. So that
not Stray, not Stray.
Game with
Yeah. The cat? Oh, okay.
Oh, and the biggest one I'm really looking forward to is
Forbidden West.
That's my big one.
Yeah,
I can't wait for. That'll
taking time off work for that one.
I'm not taking time off work to play a video game.
Man,
but that
why
one
not?
will skip the line forward.
You're in your 30s. You can do it.
Yeah, I have responsibilities.
You don't have that many responsibilities.
Yeah, but I do have. I need to be able to look at myself in the mirror.
No, you don't. Just get rid of the mirror.
Punch it. Just
punch it.
My bathroom looks like the cover of Black Flag damaged. Like, just every glass surface in my house has been punched.
Goodbye. Yeah, goodbye, mirror. That sounded like I was just like, yeah, goodbye,
right, podcast over. Bye.
No. Yeah, this is going out. I'll be editing this and putting this out this afternoon. If Brisbane's not in lockdown, please come along to What's All This then.
Or as I like to call
be fun.
It, Danette.
Yep. Danette. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I was originally worried.
It's gonna be good. I was originally worried, but honest, it is gonna be good.
Yeah, I was originally. I've been so bad at plugging it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've been going through the material, and I'm like, damn, I've got more material than I thought I had.
Go support Dan Dennis.
Go support me. Support me. Support my dream. It's not only do I want to be a tax deductible gamer, I also don't want to work 9 to 5.
Who does? Literally no one wants to work 9 to 5, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, something interesting about
Some people do. Some people love it. Yeah. It's confusing.
I don't know if they love it. I just think it's like the only option.
Yeah, and it could just be that. Maybe they haven't left the Matrix yet, you know? Maybe they haven't taken that red pill.
Yeah, now we're into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I took the red pill and I realized 9 to 5 isn't a way to make a living. Dolly Parton lied to me. Well, she didn't actually. That song's very anti-capitalist and anti-labor.
Well,
but yeah, come see me crack jokes, I guess.
Because you're not getting it on this podcast. You save the good stuff for the live show. That's how it works.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great if I tried to do a live show of this, see how that went down.
I think it would probably be better than... sorry, what I mean by that... No. What I mean by that is, like, I've come in and obviously doing it by Zoom and having the technical difficulties and all that sort of stuff put me on the back foot. And what I meant was, like, if I was on a live show of this, I think I would be better.
You were good. You were great.
Baby. It's just nice to see your face. No, it has energized me more than my 2 cups of coffee.
And your walk with Sam.
And my walk with Sam.
Suck shit, Sam.
Yeah, fuck you, Sam.
Fuck you, Sam Bowden.
No, we love Sam Bowden.
Yeah. Let's just start a group call with him as soon as this ends.
Ryan was talking shit on you, bro. Ryan was on the podcast and he was talking total shit on you.
He said you walked your dog like a weirdo.
His dog is
anyway,
so cute. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
His dog is really cute. Sam Bowden has a dog named Bugle.
Yeah, that's
so cute.
Such a cute dog. Anyway, let's wrap this up, and then we can keep on talking if we want, but we'll just have to hit stop.
Okay.
I'll hit stop and record.
Awesome.
Okay.
Are we wrapping up?
Sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're wrapping up. So yeah, follow me on all the usual social medias: Be a Battered Boy, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Ryan, you'll find Ryan on Twitter under recent followers of me. And yeah, come see What's All This Then. Also, we had the D&D show went really well, so we're sorting our second show for that, which is cool. But yeah, come see What's All This Then, and until next time, keep gaming that system.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Love all of you guys.